of medians. Okay, and we derived a formula for the length of median to the vertex A, to the vertex B, and to the vertex C. And from there, if m1 is the length of median through vertex A, its formula is m1 is equals to half root of 2b square plus 2c square minus a square, since it is 1 and you have minus sign for a square. Similarly, there is a chance to write m2 and m3. For suppose if you are thinking about m2, that m2 is half root of, since it is m2, right? So it is half root of 2a square plus 2c square minus b square. Similarly m3. That's a part what we did in the last class. And now here in this class, I have a problem. The problem is related to the triangle ABC. In that AD, BE, CF are medians. And since they mentioned that AD, BE, CF are medians, just for our convenience, you just take the lengths of the medians as AD is equals to M1, BE is equals to M2, and CF is equals to M3, right? And you just take the lengths of the medians as M1, M2, M3, and I have formulas for M1, M2, M3 based on the sides ABC. And we know that small a, small b, small c are the sides. And the problem, it is given that AD is perpendicular to BE. So AD is the median through A, BE is the median through B, and those two medians are perpendicular. Okay. So what will happen if two medians are perpendicular? You just analyze this problem in all other possible ways also. What it means? There are three medians AD, BE, CF. Now we are discussing about the possibility when AD is perpendicular to B, the first median and the second median, if they are perpendicular, what is going to be happen. Okay. In the same way, there is a chance to discuss if BE is perpendicular to CF and if CF is perpendicular to AD. Since there are three medians, if any two medians are perpendicular out of those three, what will happen? That's what we need to think. And for that, first of all, you need to consider a triangle and their medians, locate centroid and everything. Okay, so just look there. So for suppose if this is the triangle ABC, okay, right? And then since we are going to construct the medians, D, the midpoint of this side, E, the midpoint of AC, as well as F, the midpoint of AB. And since D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides, if you join all these things, you will get AD, which I represented as M1, like median 1, and BE is the other median, whereas CF is the third median. And we know that the point of concurrency of all these three medians is simply what? Centroid. Okay. And since it is centroid, one more thing is, centroid divides every median in the ratio 2:1. Since it is dividing every median in the ratio 2:1, this total AD length is M1. And what you say about AG and what you say about ZD, that's all I mentioned to you in the last class. This AG is just nothing but, since the total length is M1, this AG is 2/3 M1 and this GD is 1/3 M1. You just try to analyze the diagram. Similarly, what you say about BZ, that BZ is 2/3 M2 and this GE is M2/3 or 1/3 M2. So the total length you need to divide it into 2:1 ratio. From there you will get that AG and then GB everything. And now here in the problem it is mentioned that AD is perpendicular to BE. So for your convenience I am erasing this. Okay. I think you know you memorized these formulas, right? I will use whenever they need. Okay. Yeah. And I am going to mention that. Yeah. I am searching for the eraser. Best eraser. Right. AD is perpendicular to BE. Look at the diagram now. AD, BE, as they mentioned, here we have the perpendicularity between the medians. And since it is perpendicular, you will have the same perpendicularity in other possibilities also. Okay, in other possibilities, in the sense, in this possibility also, we have the perpendicularity. Everything is perpendicular, right? Since the medians are perpendicular, 90, 90, 90 will happen. since AD is perpendicular to B. And since AD is perpendicular to B, then now there is a chance to apply Pythagoras theorem for the triangles. Okay, so now since it is 90 degrees, just have a look. This point is G. So apply Pythagoras theorem this first triangle, and apply Pythagoras theorem for this second triangle, and apply Pythagoras theorem for this third triangle. From these three, if you apply Pythagoras the result, you will get different statements, and we need to analyze all those statements. That's our part now. Okay. Among those, the first thing what I do is, yeah, I will mention like 1, 2, 3 like this. This is 1, okay, and take it as 2, and you just take it as 3. For the first triangle, if you apply Pythagoras theorem, what will happen? See, for the first triangle, in the sense, this is 90. 90 opposite side is AB, which is the hypotenuse. You just look there. Here it is 90 actually, and since it is 90, its opposite side AB, whose length is C. So hypotenuse square is equals to C square. So hypotenuse square is equals to sum of the squares of the other two. Sum of the squares of the other two means AZ and BZ are the other two, and this side length is 2 by 3 m1, and its square is 4 by 9 m1 square, plus, and BZ square is 4 by 9 m2 square. So that's one relation if we have a perpendicularity. Then whereas coming for the Pythagoras theorem for second triangle, if you apply, so here it is 90. Okay, just look there. Here it is 90. Since it is 90, its opposite side is the length of BD, which is half of BC, and that is A by 2. So here you need to apply Pythagoras theorem for this triangle. So this is 2 by 3 m2, and this is 1 by 3 m1, and this is A by 2. So you have that A square by 4 is equals to square of this side 2 by 3 m2. Its square is 4 by 9 m2 square, plus its square 1 by 3 m1. Its square is 1 by 9 m1 square. Okay. And again you need to apply Pythagoras theorem for the third triangle. If you apply that for the third triangle, just look there. This is the triangle. This AC is, yeah, here we have 90. This AC length is B, and this AE length is half of B, which is B by 2. Again, since here it is 90, so 90 opposite B by 2 is the hypotenuse, and its square is the sum of the squares of these two. So you have that B square by 4 is equals to square of this 2 by 3 m1 is 4 by 9 m1 square, plus, and the other square is 1 by 9 m2 square. So at the end we have this. What? From the first triangle, if you apply Pythagoras theorem, this is the result. From the second triangle, this is the result. And from the third triangle, this is the result. Now you just try to simplify, establish a relation between this A, B and C. Okay? And these are the relations between M1, M2, A, B, C and everything. Whenever they needed, we will use also. Okay? And for the space concern, I will erase this. Okay? I think you are all, this is all clear for you, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I will erase this. You just think here, look at that, add this 2 and 3, what will happen? Add that 2 and 3, A square by 4 and B square by 4. Then from the situation, if you add these two, A square by 4 plus B square by 4. A square by 4 plus B square by 4 is equals to, think here, we are going to add the right side part. Here it is 4 by 9 m2 square, and here it is 1 by 9 m2 square. 4 and 1, which is 5 by 9 m2 square. So you just common out 5 by 9. Okay. So here also 1 and 4 is 5, 5 by 9. If you common out 5 by 9, you will get that m1 square plus m2 square. And in the next step, this is equals to A square by 4 plus B square by 4 is equals to 5 by 9 into, from this one, what you say about m1 square plus m2 square. Here again 4 by 9 is a common thing. If you send that 4 by 9 this side, it becomes 9 by 4 C square. So A square by 4 plus B square by 4 is equals to 5 by 9 into 9 by 4 C square. So if you cancel out these 9s, and if you see, there is a chance to common out that 4 also, and then you have A square plus B square is equals to 5C square as the final result. After having this 1, 2 and 3, just add 2 and 3. You will get this relation and use 1 here. Okay. Just analyze the situation. Okay. From this triangle, we have 3 right angle triangles, And if you apply Pythagorean result for these three triangles, these are the expressions. Add 2 and 3. Once again I am repeating you. Add 2 and 3. You will get this relation. Use this 1 in that relation. You will get that a square plus b square is equals to 5c square. At the end, think about it. AD is perpendicular to BE, and that's why you have that a square plus b square is equals to 5c square. If any two medians are perpendicular in a triangle ABC, and if those two medians are AD and BE, then your final result is that a square plus b square is equals to 5c square. Okay, just have a look. Once again, just look at the problem. If AD is perpendicular to BE, then we have that a square plus b square is equals to 5c square. And similarly, if second median is perpendicular to third median, that means BE is perpendicular to CF, b square plus c square is equals to 5a square. And if third median CF is perpendicular to the first median AD, then in that case we have that c square plus a square is equals to 5b square. According to the problem, see, we need to choose that particular relation. Okay, if first one is given, use this relation. If third one is given, use this relation. At a time all these three won't happen. So at a time you are not allowed to consider all these three relations. Okay, so as per the problem you need to consider the corresponding particular relation and we need to solve the problem, and that's the thing. Okay, right. Okay, look at the problem. In a triangle ABC, AD, BE and CF are medians, and if AD is perpendicular to BE, then find the range of B by A. Since B by A they are asking. If they mention you like BE CF, then they ask you like C by D. Okay, just think about the problem. Here AD is perpendicular to BE, means M1 is perpendicular to M2, and we have this relation. Already we have this relation, but the question is about to find the range of B by A. Range means we need to find all the possible values of B by A. Okay, it's one relation I have that a square plus b square is equals to 5c square, and we need to find out the range of B by A. So for that, what I need to do, just think about it. Yeah, in any triangle we have sine rule, cosine rule, tangent rule and everything. Here in particularly on medians we have this relation. Now again I am going to utilize the cosine rule. Okay, now cosine rule. From this, that relation is okay. Cosine rule is what? Cos C is equals to b square plus a square minus c square divided by 2ab is the cosine rule. Once again, cos C is equals to b square plus a square minus c square by 2ab is the cosine rule. Now I need to find the range of BA. That's why first of all I am finding cos C in terms of B and A. Just have a look. So this is b square plus a square minus a square plus b square minus c square by 2ab. Right. What you say about that c square? Just think about it. 5c square is equals to a square plus b square. C square I need, and that c square is what? A square plus b square by 4. Okay. That c square is a square plus b square by 5. Okay, divided by 2ab, and then you just try to simplify it. See, a square plus b square minus c square by 2ab, and that c square is a square plus b square by 5. So if you take LCM, this is b square plus a square, this is a square plus b square by 5. So 5 times of a square plus b square minus a square plus b square by 5 by 2ab. So then you will get that. Then you will get that cos C is equals to 5 times of a square plus b square minus a square plus b square is 4 times of a square plus b square divided by this 5 also comes down and becomes like a 10ab. And on cancellation you will get the 2 2's and 2 5's. So at the end cos C is equals to 2 times of a square plus b square by 5ab we have. But do you know the range of cos C? Cos C value is always in between 0 and 1, and that means cos C value cannot be greater than 1. So that's what we are using. Since cos C is less than or equals to 1 and cos C is this expression, so that implies 2 times of a square plus b square divided by 5ab is less than or equals to 1. So from there 2a square plus 2b square is less than or equals to 5ab. If you send that 5ab that side. Again from this I need to simplify it. First of all, just have a look. Once again I am repeating you. If AD is perpendicular to BE, we have this a square plus b square is equals to 5c square. And to find the range of BA, I am identifying a relation in terms of AB. For that identification, I started my discussion with cos C. And that is cos C is equals to b square plus a square minus c square by 2ab. This c square is a square plus b square by 4. On simplification, this cos C is, what it is at the end, 4 times of a square plus b square by 10ab, and that simplification is 2 times of a square plus b square by 5ab. So 2a square plus 2b square is less than or equals to 5ab. Okay, just have a look. Still there is something to simplify. Okay, I need to find the range of b by e, up to which just observe it and then I will erase it for the space concern and then I will solve. Just look at the board. What we have? That relation 2a square plus 2b square minus 5ab is less than or equals to 0. You just divide everything with a square. Okay, with a square you need to divide with a square. If you divide with a square, this 2a square by a square is 2 plus 2b square by a square is 2 into b square by a square means b by a square, and then 5ab by a square. ab by a square means 1a will get cancelled, minus 5 into b by a is less than or equals to 0. Since we are going to find the range of b by a, the question is about finding range of b by a, take that b by a is equals to t. Take b by a is equals to t. If you take that b by a is equals to t, then what will happen? This is t and it's a square, 2t square, and this b by a is t, so minus 5t, and this is plus 2, which is less than or equals to 0. So at the end 2t square minus 5t plus 2 less than or equals to 0. You just try to factorize it. This factorization is simply nothing but 2 minus 1 into t minus 2 less than or equals to 0. I think you all know the way of factorizing. Okay, this is the factorization. And since 2t minus 1 into t minus 2 less than or equals to 0, from the quadratic it is clear that now the values of t are in between the roots of this equation, which are 1 by 2 and 2. So 1 by 2 is less than or equals to, t is less than or equals to 2. At the end, what is that t? That t is b by a actually. So therefore from there we have that 1 by 2 is less than or equals to, b by a is less than or equals to 2, and that is the range of b by a. Always if two medians are perpendicular, then b by a values rise in between 1 by 2 and 2. Okay, just have a look. Next problem. Okay, just have a look, and it is given that AD and BE are perpendicular. AC value 3 is given, BC value 4 is given, and they are asking to find the area of the triangle ABC. Okay, first of all, AC means what? B is equals to 3 is given. BC means A is equals to 4 is given, and we know that AD and BE are perpendicular. So since AD is perpendicular to BE, what is the relation we have? A square plus B square is equals to 5C square. Is it right? So AC and BC means A. So use this in here. Okay. 3 square plus 4 square is equals to 5C square. And 3 square plus 4 square is how much? 25 is equals to 5C square. And C square is equals to 5. C is equals to root 5. So I have the value of C as root 5. So 3 sides of the triangle A, B and then C we have at the end. Is there anything wrong? Okay. And after having this A, B and C, we need to find the area of the triangle. there are different possibilities to find the area of the triangle, and one among those I will use. Okay, what it is, I am going to find the lengths of m1 and m2. What? M1 and m2. Just have a look. So m1 is equals to how much? M1 is equals to half root of 2b square plus 2c square minus a square. Is it right? M1 is equals to half root of 2b square plus 2c square minus a square. So half root of 2 into b square means 9 plus 2 into c square. C square is 5 minus a square. A square means 16. You just try to simplify. 9 2 is 18 minus 16 is 2, and this is what, 10, and then 12. So half into root 12. Root 12 is 4 root 3, and on simplification you will get that m1 is equals to root 3. Right, very good. And I have m1. And then I am trying to find m2 also. m2 is half square root of, since it is 2, you need to take minus b square. 2c square plus 2a square minus b square. Yeah, we have a, b, c and everything we have. So that m2 is simply nothing but half square root of 2 into c square. C square means 5 plus 2 into a square. A square means how much? 16 minus b square is 3 square, 9. Just try to simplify it. 5 2 is 10, 10 minus 9 is 1, and then this is 32 plus 1 is 33. So this m2 value is root 33 by 2. Okay, just have a look. Okay, is there anything wrong? m2 half 2c square plus 2a square minus b square, right? Okay, that's good. So actually given a, b, and directly I found c with the relation. After having a, b and c, there are different ways to find the area using Heron's formula. Square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c is the one way to find. But here since it is root 5, so using that Heron's formula is somewhat more complicated, and that's why to simplify the situation, just I am using that what, m1 and m2. Okay, so now at the end, look there, yeah, b value 3 and a value 4 is given. Using these two, I found that c is equals to root 5. After that, m1 is equals to root 3 and m2 is equals to root 33 by 2. And now at the end, I need to find the area of the triangle. And now for that area of the triangle, I will use one particular concept. Okay, so I am erasing this for the space concern, right? So C, m1, m2, everything is just by the formulas. Okay, yeah. And now just think about the diagram. Here AD is perpendicular to BC. Triangle is this. So somewhere we have centroid AG, BG and CG. As I mentioned you in the last class, area of triangle ABC is equals to, since the areas of these three are equal, 3 times the area of any one of the triangle. The question is about to find the area of the triangle ABC, and this area of the triangle ABC is 3 into area of triangle AGB. I am thinking about this triangle AGB, and this AG if you extend, this is the median through A, and if this BG if you extend, this is the median through B, and here we have perpendicular as mentioned in the problem. And what you say about this triangle area, these two are perpendicular, area of this triangle is half of the product of these two, so that is equals to 3 into half of AG into BG. For a right angle triangle, area is half into product of the two sides, so this is AC and this is BC, and this is equals to 3 into half of AG. What is AG? AZ length is simply, this is m1, right? AZ is 2/3 of that m1, so AZ is 2 by 3 m1 and BZ is 2 by 3 m2. Okay, so that's what you need to simplify. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Okay, at the end you have 2 and 2 cancel, 3 3 cancel. This is equals to 2 by 3 into m1. M1 is given as root 3 and m2 is given as root 33 by 2. Further we need to solve. This 2 gets cancelled. Root 33 is what? Root 3 into 11, root 11. Again this denominator root 3 and then numerator 2 root 3 will get cancelled. You left with root 11 and that is the answer. Okay, just have a look. See, first of all with AB I found C, M1, M2 and then to find the area I am using that area of the triangle is 3 times of the area of the triangle ACB and from there I am continuing. Okay, you just take it as not C, you just take it as the next number, maybe 36 I think so. Okay, just have a look. So to solve each and every problem, we need to use all the formulas which already we derived. Okay, by memorizing all those things, just it is easy to solve the problems.